extent was really fun, where the other 8 players are kind of just here trying to stop the trains from rolling in. And this meta, I don't know, it feels very fun to watch. It feels very clean to watch. As we will see.
Prediction weiterhin 3-0. 3-0 Felix into schöner Solo-Tag. Mal gucken.
In game 1, I think they wanted to have that Orianna set up with the Jarvan.
Mal schauen.
As clean as we would have liked. See what they're planning.
Ja, Bordeaux in Playoffs kannst du keiner erzählen.
Was ignored.
Yeah, you know, it was always their issue last year when they really didn't find much success, was that, you know, they could win early games, they could do the laning phase relatively fine. It was more so when it came to team fighting in mid to late, they just had no coordination. And unfortunately, that's what we saw in game 1, right? We saw them try to utilize one of these duos, these compositions that is relatively easy to play, and yet could not put one decent team fight together. So I do worry for DNS here.
Have you noticed this trend of we leave Orianna a 0?
Haben wir jetzt eigentlich mal einen League-Partner? Es ist nur eine Frage der Zeit.
We do the Rise Talia.
No more Rise Talia, please.
Something a little different here with the Cassante ban. It's still going to be Rise Talia, but with an
Kann man auflösen, ja. Moin, Robo.
I don't think it's going to be Rise Talia on the same team with viable Talia.
Beim Gamma auflösen, das hat er verloren.
Trying to tell you here, Valdez. Now the Ambessa is a flex, which is really cool.
Ja, besser ist ein Flex. Will ich Yoshi auch am besser sehen? I don't know.
Since they banned that, so it looks like Wukong Talia is going to be the opt-in, and the Ambessa will go top. This is like the way LCK is played now. Sure, we got Fearless, but we know how this patch works. We know how the tiers go. And so you build a Talia composition that matches the Rise's ability to roam.
Genau, der kostet 60. Wir müssen legit mal anfangen, die Schnauze zu halten.
Often than not, though, and a Bard push up here.
Learn to be quiet, mate.
Yeah, I think Bard was a champion a lot.
Bard auf 3.
Okay, only a few
Ich mag diese Top 3 halt. Ich mag diese Plus 3 halt nicht so wirklich.
Everyone's been putting the hours in. It is just a staple pick. And even someone like Kellen who's not necessarily known for this pick can make a big impact.
Yeah, I think when you see what Carrier can do on it, and even Ondil nowadays is kind of crazy to say, but Ondil has been kind of our second best Bard. He's been great. I mean, Duro.
Kann Zed nicht special am Jungle funktionieren? Okay, ich sage Prediction. Ich glaube, Zed wird nach dem Patch on Crab Timer fertig sein mit seinem Clear Speed. Sag ich. Ich glaube, die Passive macht halben Damage an Monstern. Und ich glaube, der Champion wird trotzdem am Raptor Spawn, also am Crab Spawn fertig sein mit seinen Camps. Also, dann kannst du ihn immer noch spielen. Er ist halt nur nicht mehr lächerlich. Was dir dann aber sagen sollte, wie overpowered der davor war, wenn er mit halbem Damage bei seiner Passive immer noch rechtzeitig da ist. Wenn es so sein sollte.
This area is relatively safe into the Wukong Ambessa. Ezreal would have been the best, and it is obviously the best pick for Diablo right now in my mind.
Maybe just Corki.
Corki is also very safe.
Yeah.
And has an incredible win rate right now.
I really don't want to see Diablo playing Jhin, so I think Corki just kind of makes sense. You ban away the Ezreal, you go for the Corki. It's just the way it's played here at the LCK oftentimes.
Das war auch so aufgebannt wegen ODGP, weil ich mit dem frischen Schlag ist Legality war aus der OP ist.
Diablo needs to be conservative with his Valkyries in this game. Because you only have one. And there are a lot of CCs here on the side of the supers to lock him down. But I do think the extra safety that it provides here, as well as the additional threat this Rise is going to be.
Legality war auch insane in Lane.
This,
geht gut.
To me, might be a bridge too far to give clear this Kennen pick in the top lane, just simply because it sets up a lot of potential combos, but you don't really have the other tools to follow.
War es Top im Pro gespielt? Nee, oder? Nee, weil er halt auf AD zu OP ist. Ihr bekommt 2 Minuten Zeit.
But once again, look at these two drafts.
Ken gegen Ambessa ist hard winning. Talia Rise und dann Corki Bard. I don't know. Also Wukong Rakan ist natürlich super strong, kennen wir ja auch, aber ich trau denen nichts zu. Ich trau denen nichts zu.
They have great setup for it, right? Yeah, one yesterday as well. And so it goes Syndra, much to my chagrin, but probably see that in game 3. Hell yeah.
Und Arnold, danke für den 8.
I like the setup here for the supers because they have
Corki größer Fraud Pick. Agreed.
Really well. I do think that Kennen, I don't want to say Kennen is gimmicky, but it feels very difficult to consistently get value out of it in pro play unless you have a flank ward that you could teleport to. I mean, you can get the shield from the upgraded teleport and get to the back line, but Sivir has spell shield. Not a lot of great ways to kill the Sivir here is my concern. Because initially it looked like, oh, this is kind
Okay, Loki, wenn er bei More kauft, wartet bis nächsten Monat.
And it is Duckdom, and we saw
Damit die Sales für...
Grüße.
Grüße. Welcome back. Ja, danke, danke. Bis nächsten Monat warten, damit die Sales im Februar auch stimmen. Wir müssen evenly spreaden, checkt ihr? Also angenommen, sie würden verlängern halt. Also nur rein theoretisch angenommen, sie würden verlängern.
And sometimes, as you guys probably have heard us say many a time here at the LCK Cup, the gold does not matter, but sometimes also the drafts aren't what matter the most.
Und erfahren wir, ob sie verlängern. Ich würde mal vermuten am 1. vom 2. Am 1.2. Wenn sie verlängern würden, weiß ich ja nicht. Also AP Varus ist auch, AP Varus ist auch OP auf Toplane. Don't get me wrong, AP Varus ist auch OP. Aber der Grund für Pro-Play ist halt, dass AD, also Liferty Varus auch insane OP ist. Was mit Prem verlängern in der Theorie auch, also in der Theorie wissen wir es natürlich auch nicht, aber auch da würde ich eventuell bis zum 1.2. warten. Wir wissen es ja alles gar nicht. So. Wir wissen es ja alles wirklich gar nicht.
Kellen has Electrocute. Yeah, that's going to be his second proc. He feels very good about this keystone he's picked up here, and this is very common these days on Bard. Sometimes we see the unsealed.
Jetzt will ich versuchen, nicht zu grenzen. Ich habe gerade was Lustiges gelesen.
Min-maxing from level 1. You can see how much value he gets. The barrier is gone already, so Diablo knows he has barrier advantage to push even harder. Level 2 going to go over to B&K bottom side as well first, so looking like we were just going to see a dominant start here.
Yeah, tries to move forward and dodge, but instead just takes a ton of damage from the Gatling.
Aber warum?
And the phosphorus.
Warum? Warum läufst du nach vorne, Dr.?
Yeah, that was really well played from Diablo. Oh!
Worth it. Ja, ist worth it. Nein, die hat trappen in der Lane, worth it. Jetzt gehen die Base. Ja, ist es auch. Ja. Komplett worth it. Bloß die Dank von 26. Jetzt können die theoretisch, jetzt noch länger stammen, wenn sie wollen würden. Und die einfach in Lane trappen. Solange die nicht gegeben werden, können sie die jetzt komplett fein.
Getting the 80 carry quest first was something that before we really got deep into the LCK Cup, we were like, man,
alles gut.
it's the only thing that matters. Better get that.
Was war denn deine LP-Zahl? Lol. Warum bist du eigentlich kein Sub, du Arschloch? Du nimmst dir ziemlich viel raus in letzter Zeit, verstehst du das? Vielleicht ist das der Grund, warum ich Lord of Mysteries noch nicht geschaut habe. Think about it.
See what comes of this as.
Das ist nicht der Grund, aber.
Raptor not going to be seen as he's going for the Scuttle Crab. Nice little trade there from Peter. Kind of get that guaranteed Gleaming Quill in as well. But you can see that Diablo is just looking for a back with the way that he is trading this. And we'll see what he does pick up.
Ist Canwave die dritte? Ich habe schon nicht hingeachtet. Ist jetzt die nächste Canwave? Nee, oder? 3, 6, doch, ist Canwave, okay. Hast du One Piece Spoiler gelesen? In den nächsten paar Sekunden, ja.
He's like, I want to join DNS. I'm getting over there. I'm joining the red team.
Actually does have the longsword tier, so ends up getting both of those picked up. It's crazy when you think about like pro CS compared to your own games at home. You're like, I don't know if I have enough money on that back. Diablo has the money. He has 28 CS. He's very quickly building that lead. There's the call you were mentioning on the other side, though, for Duckdom. Yeah, which I think is incredibly common in a matchup like this, where you're the scaling 80 carry. You want to basically just farm it out and admit that this lane matchup is not really what you drafted for.
Yeah, Quirky Bard is difficult, and then when you pick Sivir into it, you're just not going to have a good time early on, so that's the way that's going to go. Kellen looking for Peter, looking for more Electrocute procs. Wants to make that damage number look pretty at the end.
Und die Lag-Probleme von Twitch behoben, weiß ich nicht. Also, gab es Lag-Probleme?
What's really cool about this Sivir comp too, we haven't touched on it just yet, is the Sivir ultimate is so good for setting up the Wukong and the Ambessa in team fights, as well as being a scaling option. I think that's why we're seeing so many drafts like this, where it's just go in. Also, there's a Sivir at the back that's going to do massive amounts of damage. You're going to be in the blender with them if you get hit by that Cyclone.
The blender, you say?
Yes.
Gab's aber nur bei größeren Streamern. Easy.
Interesting.
Why? What is it?
Oh, I thought it was a blender.
Es muss einfach, no jokes, muss einfach sein. Winterzeit, deswegen Server überladen. Ist einfach so.
The blender. You're in the blender.
No, it just sounded like you said blender.
Oh, like blinder?
Wow.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow. Das war blinder Sidestep, by the way.
Yeah, blender, yeah.
Valdez is very,
Wow.
very
Particular.
Yeah, very particular about his pronunciations of these.
It's very important. We do have a bit of a fight over the Drake. Also,
Peter.
a bunch of damage. So Raptor's like, well, I guess this isn't happening. No early Ocean Drake for us.
Do you remember one of the oldest YouTube series of all time, Will It Blend?
Chris.
Yeah. Isn't it still going?
I don't know if they still do it or not.
Ja.
I haven't watched it in a while.
Vamscepter ist OP für Laning. Also Vamscepter ist ein insanes Item für Laning. Heute gerade gemacht, null Chance. Null Chance, dass sie wach war.
I felt very betrayed though when they did the crowbar and then they didn't actually do the crowbar in the blender.
Really?
Yeah, I felt betrayed.
That sounds like an early form of clickbait.
Yes.
Ich glaube, realistisch bis Zeitumstellung
So.
Yeah.
muss ich auch abends gehen.
Nobody
7 Uhr, das ist es nicht.
put something in it, you find
Zeitumstellung kann ich um 8 Uhr aufstehen und dann gehen, das passt, aber bis zur Zeitumstellung muss ich abends gehen. Sonst no shot.
Even if they were very young when it was happening, or I guess for some not even born.
Wow, that's
Also a
crazy.
possibility.
Durchs Lorna.
As we are going to get some aggression here once again, Duck Dom.
Spell shields it. Not going to care too much. Not going to get hit by that rocket. Going to get hit by that rocket. And Peter comes down. And the dragon is still sleeping soundly.
Yeah, it's definitely
Es muss ein 3-0 werden hier.
this game, you know, BNK we're trying to get those.
Nichts bei DNS ist irgendwie inspiring
Take all of the objectives on
von dem Gameplay.
this one. They have Corky, Rise, and even Kennen, who can match scaling very easily.
The
Other side.
Ignite Cannon coming through here does add some extra pressure. We haven't been watching that matchup too much, but you can see because of the threat of Ignite, he has a significant lead. But Piotrek has level 6 now. That's going to whiff, though.
Just walk.
Yeah, he doesn't have shoes, but Barefoot Cannon just gets out of there.
I hear it's pretty good for your feet if you don't wear shoes.
Yeah.
Ja.
So, you know, maybe clears on to something.
Wieso wird auch schon die Botlane gezeigt, weil Toplane verprügelt wird, nichts passiert. Und mit Dennis Rice gegen Talia. Da werden Waves geklärt. Die Talia geht Rod of Ages. Aha.
They are going to have to press R together a little bit.
Aha.
Yeah.
This is the first of an attempt that did not work out, and that was really important because that was the one angle Piotrek has to relieve the pressure. We were just talking about the Ignite Cannon, the 20 CS lead. He's like, okay, I'll relieve that pressure. Missed the ult. So now, that should just be Grubs going over to BNK.
And Diablo just going 1v2. Feeling pretty okay about that down there. The Grubs go to BNK, as you mentioned. And Bard is on the roam. Kellen maybe looking for some kind of setup. Piotrek is nearby.
They have
for that first blood. Yeah, I mean, the stun is going to come in, as will the long route to come through, but Piotrek is there. So
Ist nur Gunblade. Ja, ist nicht AD kennen.
force of a flash for summoners.
That's... Yeah, they didn't get the dragon in exchange, even with the...
Ist sehr strong auf Kennen, hat quasi Rocket Belt replaced. Also die
hanging out in mid.
ist generell so ein bisschen, der Rocket Belt Slot wurde jetzt zu Gunblade auf den meisten, ne? Kali, Cannon, sowas in die Richtung.
This is going to be a tough dive to pull off, and Peter is coming up to try to cover. I don't think they should go for it. I think the window has just barely been missed. Now Piotrek does get the opportunity to take the dragon. I mean, Peter has flash. He is recon. Flash for Dudu. His ult's coming back up. This is a really thin window, I think. Probably just walk away. BNK's tendencies, you know, getting the better of them for a second there, I suppose, but they do make the right choice. And the Dragon.
Schiebt man auch noch das und down und trotzdem immer. Nee. Oh mein. Oh my days. Oh my days. Was macht Kellen da? Was macht Kellen? Was passiert hier? Eine Sequence aus der Hölle. Eieieiei, eine Sequence aus der Hölle.
Really think BNK should be a little bit more willing to just take small wins than trying to go for the huge wins, as Raptor in particular.
Erlebt. Okay. Danke. Geschäft doch.
I looked at the way that Dragon, I mean, the Dragon health was super high. It gets scouted out, right? And they're like, nah, I don't think he gets this. And then they end up getting the Dragon away. It was a great rotation over. They had full control. They played the aggressive realm warp. But then just, you know, it's okay. You got the Dragon away. You got 3 grubs. Don't have to give a kill. Don't have to give Raptors flash, but ultimately they don't have any brakes on this vehicle that is BNK, which has kind of always been the trend.
BFX hat Game 1 noch gewonnen, ja. Ja.
Raptor is really continuing to stick around.
Diablo hat noch ein bisschen verfahren mit Dushinami. Bis daran ging es Game zu gewinnen.
They stay a little bit long, especially Raptor. He ends up going down. There's a lot of pick in this comp, even with some of those ultimates down, so be cautious.
Yeah. When that trade began, all 3 members of DNS were on vision. So it's not even like, okay, they caught them off guard. It's just saying, don't mind the Drake setup, just focus on communication and play like you just did. Great job. So there you go.
Nett.
Don't mind it, just play together, actually team fight, and keep it going.
Top lane play attempt.
Yeah. Let's see if this time Dudu can hit the ult.
Maybe if they bait clear in, which they absolutely will, as the Ignite is down, but I think Dudu is just
Gebaitet.
This is not enough for clear. It is pretty close.
Gut gebaitet.
Get in there and picks up the kill.
Problem ist, Bot blutet jetzt.
Map here, but Peter has Duckdom to hop to, and he can get out if he wants to. Doesn't even need to.
That was a bit strange there on the top side. I thought Clear had control vision on Pioshik, but I guess he thought he needed to look for the all-in because he was going to die either way, but I think there was definitely some outplay opportunities there. He could have backed away, had flash, but he dies. And on the bottom side, obviously with Pioshik top side, there's a bit of a hole. And so some plates will go over. As you can see, a small lead has been generated here for Diablo.
Das heißt, Closer geht auch diesen Actualizer-Bild.
And CS.
Interessant.
Pioshik doesn't have ult, so Diablo just knows he's okay to keep pressuring like that. We keep watching the mid lane, but I don't think that Ryze is going to kill Atalia under turret. Like, I guess Pioshik was in the tri-brush when he went for this. It was not actually in the river, so... In Clear's defense, I guess he did not know and was baited.
Yeah, just baited into that one. It was looking good in the 1v1 if Pioshik wasn't there. Clear, no doubt, does get the win. And that's the way it goes.
Ist auch gut gegen, also Ken ist halt ein Lane-Bully, ne? Ist schon generell gut gegen Midi-Champions. Ja, besser habe ich noch keine Meinung. Shitshow, aber guter Fight für BFX. Sehr guter Fight für BFX. Jetzt Overlay nur bei mir nicht, das Overlay geht nicht in LCK. Overlay sollte nur in der LCS und LEC funktionieren.
And that is going to be 1,000 gold, the advantage now for him over Duckdom in the bottom lane. He's going to even get a free push. Okay, looks like he's going to take the back instead. Thought with knowing the Wukong was topside, he might greed for some more plates, but doesn't opt for it. Initially here, I was like, are we doing it again?
Und das auch auf Buggy. Naja.
No way.
Naja. Egal.
To get away.
Nicht wahr?
Because Duckdom has faster roam from the bottom lane, I did think initially this might have actually been an overextension, but that route onto Closer with the knock up there from Raptor is enough. Diablo goes in with a Valkyrie. And like you said, the play-by-play, that moment was the go button. Piosik does survive here.
Weil immer noch die Rifles über S-Streamer.
Win for BNK.
I don't know, bei S-Streamer glaube ich einfach, dass also
He's got his flash. He is able to ult.
ich glaube, in Szenarien, wo du nicht die ganze Zeit hitten kannst,
The flash and the sun follow up, so easy kill for
ist Triforce, glaube ich, einfach besser.
collect that up 25 CS and now now a kill on his laning opponent.
He had everything you really could have asked for as Ambessa. Hits the ult, has his dashes, has flash, and even has the lifeline from the Hex Drinker, and is still killed as his teammates are desperately trying to rotate up. Duckdom didn't have ult. I think even if he does, they don't get there in time, but that's the first turret going over. And Piosik will try to grab a cross-map dragon here, as Bikla used his Realm Warp to get to the bottom side of the map. I think this time he has enough time, but it's not, you know, really a true fair cross-map, because Diablo's getting more plates, and the Herald is going over on the top side of the map. As BNK are definitely winning out the macro game here with the lane pressure they have. These small leads for the Corki and the
3-0.
Cannon really makes such a big difference when you can make these explosive plays.
To be fair,
Further control.
One Drake apiece immerhin schon mal. Und die CVS am Scalen.
X-Tech Souls, so definitely going to be fighting big time for those, and might put DNS in a rough spot where, you know, Silver's only on 2 items, but they kind of have to fight for a couple of these Hex-Tech Drakes.
Bisschen scheiße in dem LCK. Also jetzt zum Beispiel sehen wir bei Ken halt nicht die Rune, ne? Bisschen
Sivir got nerfed on this patch. Essence
ungeil.
a little bit. I still think that Sivir is really strong and will do a lot in the late
Ken macht so viel Damage mit Gunblade auch.
I wonder if we get there. As like I mentioned before, Dudu has all the tools. He has ult, he hits it. He's got all of his dashes. He has flash. He has the lifeline. Just still too much damage. Raptor hits the W there, and Clear takes him out. The rest of the team was desperately trying to come up, but weren't able to get there in time. Bikla, nice dodge.
Yeah, and he's going to dodge that too.
Dodge.
The Ghost is very OP against
Schön.
these two champs that don't have the easiest, you know, point-and-click CC unless Rakan.
Ich würde immer Sleeper. Ja, 1-1 Drake ist halt so 30 Minuten plus.
In that case.
Eigentlich garantiert.
Going in for a trade. Who could have seen this coming? As now, bit of a trade.
Außer ein Team will schnell machen. Und Piosik macht's vielleicht schnell, ja. Warte, wie ist Sivir tot? Doktor ist tot. Okay, maybe auch 33 Minuten geben.
And take him down alongside a Raptor, alongside of this tier 1 turret, and now they just run straight into the barn. Oh no, DNS, this is not what you want to do. Trying to force the fight down a couple of members and just giving more over to BNK.
Starting to look like a bit of a disaster here for DNS in this second game, as BNK end up with another massive win in the fight. And I mean, we don't normally do, you know, it's a regular season game that's best of 5. It's weird to think about Palm already here in game 2, but I think everyone's got their eyes on Diablo, but for me, man, it's clear his performance in game 1 was out of control, and the series is not over even if they do take this win, but he has just been everywhere. Gets ducked on between turrets and prevents DNS from doing any sort of...
So, ich mache mir gerade... Ist okay, Sean will ich da unbedingt, dass ich dann OPGG zeige. Ich zeig's nach dem Game. Haben dich gehört und sagen, I doubt it. I mean, okay, also wenn du wirklich alles versuchst, um das Spiel zu verlieren, dann wirst du es auch finden, einen Weg.
Because it was 5v3. The mid lane was about, it had like 1 health, and the two of them just round the corner, they saw the Bard, and they just ran straight into the stun just to add insult to their own injury. So DNS kind of floundering, and BNK, they eat teams like this for breakfast. Now game 1 might tell you a little bit of a different story, but generally, you know, when they're ahead, they love to push their leads, they love to just get in there, force you to make mistakes and feel not confident in your position.
Der ist so strong. Und er geht den nicht. Okay, den Catch schnell. Uiuiuiui. Wir wissen die Lane-Symbole um Wolle für die Quests.
Dudu again does not get to survive, not even going up against the cannon, but doesn't really get to do much.
Flash.
Looking for Diablo, who does look very caught.
Hat Flash up, aber ich glaube, es reicht nicht. Oh. Oh, Cannon-Moment. Okay, Loki. Okay, ging gar nichts.
It's good enough. Goes over the wall, does Raptor. Gets knocked up into the air, and it looks like Closer's not very long for this world. As Duckdom also trying to run away from this. One auto gets it done, and Dudu even tries to misses, and it's getting even messier.
Ja, 3-0.
Dudu is having a bit of a rough one in this game. Really just not finding anything he wants.
And I think it's more of the year of Bikla.
Yeah, it's looking that way right now.
Yeah.
Okay, dann kann ich kurz zeigen. Also Sean hat gesagt, so wie kann es sein, dass er so in Solo-Keeper, also wie kann es sein, dass sie kein Best of 3 in Premier League gewinnen, aber das hier möglich ist.
And that, I I think might be the beginning of the end of this one. You know, there's just not a whole lot you can stand on here in this composition anymore when you just can't engage. Like, this is the best chance they're ever going to get.
What the fuck?
This ult from Kellen, like, Bard ultimate can set up.
What the fuck?
Will play more often than not.
Okay, aber to be fair, ist auch Duke Abuser.
That's why T1 is so iconic with this pick. They have
Low-key Duke Abuser.
rotations on, you know, situations where it looks like they're outnumbered, and then Carrier buys a ton of time with Bard. This is a similar situation with Kellen.
Duke mit wem sofort zeigen. Dagestan 2 auf Free. 11-0 und Wishful Thinking. Wer ist das? Was ist das für ein OP? Warte, ist es Dima? Das ist Dima, oder?
Yeah, we've had a lot of our series in the last couple of weeks be kind of very slow, grindy ones that do get some decent gold leads that then get thrown back.
Schau, LOL Pros. Okay.
But eventually BNK kind of took control of themselves.
Bruder,
but this
was?
one doesn't really feel like we're going in that direction. This one actually does feel like the gold.
Was machst du?
When you have this Corki on 2 items, you've got the Xinjiao very far ahead. The cannon is just unanswerable.
I mean, the gold matters a ton for the sides, right? And the fact that it's not playable for either Soul Lane or for DNS. But beyond that, I mean, okay, we're going to see one attempt.
Trying to get on top
How many damage?
Here, who is going to Ghost and just kind of tank it all, and now he's just running away.
Ach so.
And they're not
Ach so. Okay, wollte gerade sagen. Ach so.
As Closer had to use his own Ghost and Flash to make that happen. Gunblade and Dudu does not exist anymore, has to flash away himself, but instead...
Cannon Damage ist so absurd.
Kind of taking him down. One more Q, gets it done, doesn't even need it.
Cannon Damage ist so absurd.
With the solo kill.
Gotta spend so many resources to kill one Soul Laner on the other side.
Trying to kill Raptor now as we have another Bard ult coming in. It's not a very clean
Wow.
but it's clean enough for BNK standards. The shutdown does go to
Kein Flash auf Closer.
But Kellen's looking for his own kill. Meanwhile, Clear trying to take a 1-for-1 against Duckdom. Did not have to do that. But
Okay, I mean, okay, es passiert was. Es passiert was. I like it.
All right, well.
Hier passieren Dinge, das finde ich gut.
By 1,000. But, you know, what I was saying before all this craziness happened where Pioshik jumped out of the brush was the gold matters, but the map control matters. There's like so little that DNS can do to find this angle. They found one, right? Pioshik jumps out of the brush. They catch the overextending Rise. And those types of opportunities are 1 in a million in a game state like this where you have no vision anywhere, really. And so they find that. Does cost them big on the top side. And Clear is like eating turret damage trying to kill a 3 levels down Sivir here.
Did not
does
have
not
to
have
do
his
this.
tools because he uses them to, like, he doesn't have ult, isn't... Well, that's
Ist auch ein kleines gieriges Schwein, Clear, ne?
which is
Jetzt hat die Sieg einfach einen Taui bekommen.
game was a little bit closer, could have actually been horrible for BNK. I still think it's significant if BNK mess up again. But I think they like their chance of taking this Baron either way. I don't think that alone is enough to get DNS back.
Passiert hier heute auch JG gegen Weibo? I'm afraid not.
Yeah, you
I'm
can see that
afraid not.
DNS know this is going on, but Pioshik's, he just did the blue, so it's not
Oder?
like they have...
Na, maybe. Ja, vielleicht machen wir JG. Ja, vielleicht.
They see it
Ja, wir sollten.
in its entirety.
Wir sollten. Ich mache schon so wenig. Warte, hab ich die sogar in der Schedule drin?
And Close
Wir sollten, oder nicht?
dead, so maybe they didn't know. I mean, there were a bunch of pings that came down.
Ja, ich habe sogar in der Schedule drin. Wir sollten. Wir sollten.
Half and half, you know.
Wir machen's.
Going in, trying to do something, but then the
Ja, gestern auch. Warte, gestern war auch eins drin?
taking the Raptors of the enemy team, like,
Nee, gestern war nichts drin. Das stimmt nicht.
Was there. I think
Das stimmt nicht.
thinking about game 3 Valve.
Donnerstag, Samstag und Sonntag habe ich drin.
As this will likely be the push to break the base and maybe even end the game. We're only 23 minutes in, but they have pretty insane siege with this Rise.
Na, was vorgestern?
the Rise, the Cannon, the Corki, and the Bard. This is
Ja, das stimmt.
PT's position.
Das stimmt, aber Dienstag habe ich Körper
I don't even know what else they had.
die Schlaf zurückgeholt.
Or something like
Rek'Sai.
they had to dive.
Yeah, this is not.
This is a really
Ich glaube, generell Dienstag will ich ein bisschen weniger Pläne
I
machen.
mean, it's a great sieging comp, and it gets them all the vision back.
Dienstag ein bisschen weniger Pläne machen und dann gucken, was passiert.
In Closer's case, you know, he had Weaver's Wall.
Bis Prime League anfängt am Dienstag und dann ist da auch
He
guckt.
doesn't have Smite.
Naja.
Can't really stop the Baron. Perhaps just identifying that it was being taken so that they could try to make something happen on the bottom side of the map, but there wasn't anything up there. There isn't really a good play to make if you are the DN Supers at this point. If I could speak frankly, but also politely, because you know, when Closer dies there, it's like, what is he doing? But what can he do? That's maybe the more appropriate question. Like, what is there to do? What correct choice is there to make? If you sit and hide and hope the Sivir gets 3 items when you're looking at a near 4-item Corki on the other side, you know, that doesn't seem like it's really going to be a winning strategy long-term either. Brush it under the rug, that 7,000 gold lead. Maybe no one will notice. Maybe we'll just survive.
I mean, they're trying to do, you know, the Sivir Talia in this case. The classic is Azir and Sivir. Just clear all the waves and survive for as long as possible. But this is BNK, right? It's not KT who are feeling like, oh, I don't know what to do. They will dive you, for better or for worse. As speaking of which,
Guter Play. Die Bart-Ultis sind clean, dieses Game, auf die Engages. Also, rettet jetzt nicht seinen Arsch, aber die Bart-Ultis sind trotzdem clean.
For the side of DNS, but now you don't have the quickness. That's a kill on the Bard, as they are taking quite a lot of turret shots. Like I said, BNK.
Okay, also die.
To just do this, and it is not clean, but they might just get the win here as a ton of damage goes into Duck Dom.
Achso, die finishen einfach. Keiner nimmt sich hier irgendwas. Hallo, hello. Raptor, bitte sag mir, du finish. Zeig mir den Nexus. Ja, okay. Okay. Okay, die nehmen sich. Die nehmen sich nichts. Die nehmen sich nichts.